Hello there. My name is Helmut Schmidt. I'm the Arttista software developer. I'm here to show you this first tutorial. Will be something like introduction to the way Arttista do things. Arttista is a very different vector drawing software because it was designed to be different. It was designed to get you it was designed to make you get a different render aspect to your vector drawings. It was designed to create live and organic and live and organic vector drawings. And you see this difference, and you see how Arttista do things. I believe in the very first beginning of the tutorial you already you will already start to create a idea and start to figure out what you can and what you cannot create with Arttista. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Okay, I'll create a new project and select the Full HD resolution for. I just like this resolution. I am a software developer. I like this resolution a lot, and I work with this resolution a lot. Okay, I have to remind you about two things. First of all, I am not an artist or designer or illustrator or nothing like this. I am a software developer, so you have to excuse me for my very ugly art. And also, I am colorblind, so if you notice some strange color in place of a regular color or something, you have to give them a little break because I'm colorblind, right? So let's begin. In this tutorial, I'll be drawing a tomato. Will be enough to show you these two tools right here that are the main Arttista tools: the point-click pen and the point-click brush. You'll be using these two together a lot. In any case, in any art style, you always be using these two tools a lot, or these two tools. The point-click pen. When I select a tool in Arttista, we can see that this icon changed together, indicating that this is the tool we are using. All right, so I can click here. The point-click pen. Why is called point-click? Because it's very similar to the freehand pen, but the difference is that it will be inserting a point every mouse click. So let's start draw our tomato. All right. And this is it. I know it's a very ugly and alien tomato, but it's enough to show you what I want to show you. Let me see. Okay. I don't know if you can see this right, but this part of the line is thicker than this part of the line, and this happens because Arttista uses pen dynamics by default. You can disable, enable, or change it how it works, but it's very good to make cartoons, to make create organic shapes and to try emulate hand drawn and this kind of stuff. Okay. Arttista have two modes: the visualization mode, this is the mode we are now, and the edition mode. The edition mode, I just click here and we can see the points, right? The vertices. I can click again or click in any other tool and we are out of the edition mode. But let's click in the edition mode, or I can just hit the tab key on the keyboard, or tab, right? To enter and to exit the edition mode. In the edition mode, we can select one point. I can select other point and change the size just to these points. As you can see here, we already have a difference right now. Okay, I can select this point and decrease or increase this point size. I can select all the points and increase or decrease the size. Okay, this is very good because it turns to a more easy way of control foreground, color, and foreground size isolated. It's very good to create cartoons. I already said this. Sorry for my English. I am trying my best. Okay, so in our case, with this tomato, I will select these 2 points right here. Okay, let me decrease a little bit like this. Oh, sorry, I think it was too much. Here and here too. One thing that I just remember right now is Arttista have very good shortcuts, and after some time, when you are used to some software, you kind of like or prefer shortcuts to the fact that you have to go with the mouse cursor and make a lot of steps. So you can change a point size tweaking this slider here, right? Or I can select these 2 points and pressing the plus key on the keyboard. I will go increasing, right? Or the minus key on the keyboard. In the keyboard, I go decreasing. Right, so it's a very useful shortcut. Okay, let me hit the tab to exit. Okay, here is my ugly tomato. And now, let me rotate a little bit. One thing about rotation is that Arttista makes more easy to you rotate some object, because you can in a fast way select the pivot point, the center point where the rotation will be made. Like this. I can let my mouse here with all points selected, right? And press the R key on the keyboard, and now I am rotating. I could let the mouse here, I don't know, here, and press R, and I am rotating. Okay. I also have a menu. I don't know if it's this. Okay. Rotate. All right. And scale too. I can select all the object, scale, or just press the S key on the keyboard. Right. Nothing special, but it's very useful because I want to rotate this tomato around this part here. I let my mouse here, press R, and here we go. Right? Okay. All right. Now, I want to paint some shadow over this part of the tomato. Oh no! Sorry. Let's change the background color to red, of course. I am not so colorblind, just a little bit. But I know this is not red. So all right. To change the some object background color, we have to select all these object points. So I can do this, right? Or I can just double click at any point. When I do this, I have Arttista select all these object points. So double click and all the points are selected, right? Let's change this tomato to red. Now I think I am a little bit really colorblind. I don't know, but I think this is red because I think this is red. Let's talk about this other time. All right. Now to use the brush, I have select again these points. I will explain why. Because when I select some object points and change to the brush, only this object area will be considered to be painted, like this, or this tomato was a layer with a mask on it. All right, so let's paint our shadow here, 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 here. Okay. So now when I end, I want to end, I press escape key on the keyboard, or just press the right button in the mouse. All right. Okay. What is nice here is that we can select the same way we did with the tomato points. We can select these shadow points and change everything about it exactly like we did before. Just switch to the edition mode, and here is the points of the shadow. I can select all the points, right? Just double clicking and change the size. Okay, I can change the alpha, the transparency, right? I can select just one point, and this point here, right? This, and this, and increase the size, giving a more aspect, giving a more spheric aspect to the shadow. Let's double click to select all the shadow, and if a little more, okay. Here is the shadow, right? Let me do something before I continue. I will select all these tomato points again, and I will decrease it to 0, the foreground size to all the points, to all points, right? Okay, all right. Now, I will show you something. In the edition mode, I can select all these points together, shadow and object together, and change them together. I know in this exactly moment that you are in this moment, you are figuring out, you already know what you can do at this moment. And this is good because you can do a lot with this. The fact that you can select everything and change them together or not. Something that I have to say right now is very important to remember is that this brushes belongs to the tomato. So if I double click it in the tomato, I select all these points, but if I hold on the shift while I am double clicking, you can see that all the points, all the stuff that belongs to this tomato will be selected too. So this is a very nice feature, simple but very useful when I want to select, including my child objects, right? Now let's paint. First, let me save. Shit, man. I forget about it. Oh, damn it. I forget to give myself a license. Okay, let's do this another time. Let's continue. So let's switch to the visualization mode, and sorry. Let me select the tomato, switch to the brush again, and this. Let's talk about the color. We get right now, here we got the color, of course. I can select one color and change the transparency of this color, or change the lighter, or change between the lighter and the darker tone of this color, right? So I will select this color here and change to the brighter size. That is, I don't know what it is. I believe that is something near to the white. Damn, I hate to be colorblind. Okay, check. All right, let me increase a little bit the size of the brush, and now we'll be painting the brush here, right? These are the textures we have to use. You can add another texture, right? Just clicking here, you have another texture. You select and you can use the brush with the texture you wanted to. So, okay, I'm trying the lights. Of course, is a dark, harder light. I'll select everything and change the transparency. Okay, let me increase this a little bit. The size. Oh, it's not. Okay, all the points a little bit. All right. Let me increase shadows. This part to give more spheric aspect. I think. I don't know. Oh, it's really a piece of shit. I know, but I know you that work with art, that maybe is a designer, illustrators, or you'll be doing something 1,000 times better than I am doing right now. Okay, the same goes here. We can select all these together or not. The lights, of course, belongs to this tomato tool. So double click at the tomato point, keeping the shift pressed. We have all the points selected. All right. Now let's continue by drawing this tomato. Let me do this. Now you can see here that these points are not connected because the object is open. I can double click this point. When I click here, we change to the no background mode, right? Or I can click again, leave like this, and we can click here, right? Open or close objects. And now this object is closed. But just with all these object points selected, we can press Ctrl E on the keyboard and we have this object closed and open, right? Let me change this a little bit. And okay. Now let's change. Oh man, I hate the green color because I am always wrong about it. I hate green. Fuck. Here. Hey, this is what blind color man call it green. But it really seems green. Man. Okay. It's green in my mind. Okay. Sorry. Now I will decrease all these points size, right? Because I am trying. Now I will paint some shadow here. Here first, change the darker. Decrease a little bit more. Let me disable the dynamics, size dynamics, and okay. Oh, exactly as I am changing here, and right, I changed the brush size, right, like I said before, but the plus in the minus keyboard works here as in the other cases of minus, plus, right? So draw here, here, and here. Plus, 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 plus. To the transparency, we have shortcut for the transparency too. Just a double click and hold the control minus, and we have transparency. Control plus, 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 we don't have transparency, right? Okay. A little bit of shadows. Here, shadows over the tomato too. Double click the tomato to make tomato the active painting area, and a little bit shadows here. Shadows caused by this part of the tomato. It's too darker. Something like this. I don't know. Here. Some light here, I think. Here. This object. Okay. And here we go. Damn, it's so ugly. In my next life, I will learn draw. Because in this life, software development already makes me crazy. So I don't want in my lives learning a new thing that I know that will make me crazy than I am right now. Okay, nice. It's kind of. It's not so bad, but okay. What you can do now? I switch to edition mode, select all the points. I can can select like this, or just pressing the Control A. Control A for all. I select everything. Control C, Control V, and we have our second tomato. So here, let me change it here. Here he is. One more. Control V. This is something nice. I can press page down to send it to the back to the layer before, but I can press Control page down to send to the very first layer. Control, page down, S for scale, R for rotation, right? And okay. And now I'll paint some shadow here in this tomato, because this tomato are on the front. Double click tomato point, point click brush, darker color, a little bigger, and something like this. I don't know. Yes. Less harder. More spheric, right? Let's select everything here, and something is saying to me that I should end this tutorial right now, but I will take some risk and try to draw shadows on the ground. Okay, this, and I can paint outside when I don't have any point selected, any object selected, right? I knew it. I should had in this tutorial when I had the chance. Control, page down, just into back. All right. Let me rotate the shadow a little bit here. and change the alpha. Sometimes when you are feeling lost, you double click the object you're looking for to see the brother points. I don't know, how can we call it brother points, because they belong to the same family. Rotate all the textures. This is a nice thing to talk about it. The rotation. It's a noise in rotation that between the textures that compose this object, right? And here is a noise over the position. The position starts to one texture to the upside, one texture to the down a little bit, right? I'll show you this in the next tutorials, right? Here, take you here, your size a little bit. Yeah, I know. It's not that good. Here, I think it's enough. Now, your size a little bit more darker. Okay. The background color? No. Ah. Okay. So, I believe this is it for this very first tutorial. I hope you in this point you are figuring out what you really can do with Arttista, right? I see you next soon. This is it.